Tonight on CTV News, election season is almost over. More than ever, students are being encouraged to go out and vote.
Plus, a look at Rambassadors around campus and the Veterans Symposium taking place in the Laurie Student Center.
Thanks for tuning in to CTV News. I'm Kaitlyn Connolly.
And I'm Elizabeth Ruiz.
The Veterans Symposium was Thursday morning in the North Ballroom of the Laurie Student Center. The president of the Student Veterans of America came to CSU to speak about how to get involved within the community. He also commented on ways that we can help our veterans become better established, both socially and financially within our school.
And he said, responding, the general will speak at 0900. And the sergeant major said, well, I'd like to be shot at 0855.
The symposium on Thursday morning, October 30th, was not all fun and laughs, but brought light to the many veterans who go to college after serving in our military forces, and especially those attending CSU. Many of our officials who work with our veterans at CSU attended the event.
This symposium is an opportunity for folks around the state and in this community to get together in higher education to discuss veterans and the potential and the contributions that they bring to our campus, to our community, and in their careers.
And to showcase CSU's best practices.
Yeah.
D. Wayne Robinson, the president and CEO of the Student Veterans of America, was the keynote speaker at the symposium. He explained the benefits of having these veterans on our campus and the ways that we can help improve their education and make their transition back to school easy and affordable. Joshua Burns, one of the council members for the New Start for Student Veteran Programs, talks about what he does on a day-to-day basis.
Some of the things we do is obviously we help students get connected with resources on campus and off campus. That could be funding to help pay for school, help get them by from month to month to make paychecks. We also sit down and work one-on-one with veterans, trying to give them academic support, help them get back into school. It's been many years for most of our veterans since they've been in high school. So get them back into the routine setting and get them used to being a civilian again and get back out. We like to empower veterans and help them get the new start and the new career that they need to.
The symposium helped CSU to celebrate our veterans and their contributions to our campus and community. The event will continue Friday in order to promote the veterans in our community and shine light on the intellectual benefit that they give to CSU. If you would like more information about the event, go to supporting.colostate.edu.
In an email sent Thursday afternoon to Colorado State University students, President Tony Frank stressed the importance of voting this election season. In the email, Frank reminded students that there is a voting center in the North Ballroom of the Laurie Student Center. Also encouraging students to vote in the 2014 election is United States Representative Jared Polis, who came to the CSU campus Thursday.
There's a lot of awareness about the election. A lot of students either have voted or are thinking of voting. It's really easy to vote. If you got a ballot in the mail, you can turn it in. If you didn't get one in the mail, you can go to the Laurie Center with your student ID and you can register and vote within 15 minutes.
To find more voting locations around town and for information about ballot issues, visit larimer.org/elections.
If you thought that there were a lot of trains passing by Fort Collins now, just wait. Fort Collins city officials have been notified by the BNSF Railway that an additional 6 to 10 trains a day will be making their way through Fort Collins for the next 6 weeks or 10 weeks. Railroad maintenance on tracks near Sterling means empty coal trains from Wyoming must be rerouted. In an interview with the Coloradoan, Fort Collins Deputy Director of Planning, Development and Transportation Services says to be on the lookout for increased inconvenience and backed up traffic.
Have you recently seen students in uniforms directing traffic around campus but don't know who they are? Well, the Parking and Transportation Services for CSU have begun funding for 2 new positions this academic year in a hope to make campus an even safer environment for students. These new positions are called RamGuards and Rambassadors.
At the start of the semester, the sight of students in bright yellow vests made many people nervous as they transported around campus. But what some may not know is that these RamGuards aren't positioned around campus to give tickets. They are actually hoping to guide people through intersections. Letting large queues of pedestrians through the intersection and then allowing cars, the RamGuards set up a rotation to remove uncertainty and move things along quicker at busy intersections.
It's our first lesson plan, Meldrum Memorial, which is this big intersection here.
So then who are the people in the green shirts with signs and clipboards?
our input of what's going on.
Those people are CSU's Rambassadors, and their job is to educate students on how to use bike trails and transit safely. They actually aim to inform students and prevent them from receiving a ticket.
We're definitely the nicer side of enforcement. We have no enforcement powers whatsoever, but we won't give you a ticket. We'll educate you on things that a cop probably would have given you a ticket for. Like a dismount zone, we'll say, hey, dismount your bike, but we can't give you a ticket for it.
Jobs of the Rambassadors include talking to people about communicating, stopping and yielding, encouraging students to use signals, advising them on how to use shared use trails, and even helping people to lock their bikes so bike theft isn't an issue.
The parking and transportation services hope that if campus is safe, then more people will choose to travel. They simply ask students to be patient with the RamGuards and Rambassadors, since their job is to help.
The American Indian Science and Engineering Society began their 32nd annual Powwow festivities Thursday night with a Powwow 101 session in the Laurie Student Center. The festivities continue with the Native American Heritage Month kickoff on Friday, October 31st at the Sutherland Sculpture Garden. The actual powwow will take place November 1st in the Laurie Student Center Grand Ballroom, beginning at 10 in the morning and will go until 10 at night. It will feature performances from drummers and dancers. There will be a free community dinner beginning at 5. For a full list of events, visit nacc.colostate.edu. And weather anchor Liz Prasse is in the Weather Center now with some weather updates.
After setting a record high of 81 degrees last week, we had a sunny fall day today. As you can see, we've still got a few students out on campus enjoying the outdoors. Now, taking a look for tonight, we can see Grant Junction is going to cool down to 38, Gunnison 20 degrees tonight, Vail 30, 34 degrees in Denver, and then 31 degrees here in Fort Collins. Currently here in Fort Collins, it is 45 degrees, and we do have winds coming out of the southeast, about 5 miles per hour, so a slight breeze. And as you can see, it's going to be a calm and clear evening, not a cloud in the sky. So let's take a look at that evening planner. We're going to cool down to 35 degrees by midnight. So if you are out and about, I would recommend you wear a coat or a jacket. Now coming up, I will let you know if the weather will give us a trick or a treat for Halloween this year.
Forecast.
Plus, a new yoga program from the Fort Collins Brewery aims to help a local nonprofit. Don't go away.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back, Rams. I'm Meteorologist Elizabeth Prasse with your latest weather update. Now, trick or treat? Well, the good news is the weather is bringing us a treat here in Fort Collins this year. So looking at the map for tomorrow, Grand Junction is going to heat up to 69 degrees, Vail 56, Craig is heating up to 66 degrees tomorrow afternoon, and then we're going to get to 60 degrees here in Fort Collins. So let's take a look at your Halloween planner. As you can see, as you head out the door for your morning classes, it's going to be 36, so you will want your coat or jacket. But with those sunny skies, we will heat up to 60 degrees tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a great day to go outside and go trick-or-treating tomorrow evening. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. You can see we will have a slight breeze for Halloween. But look at this, Sunday is daylight savings time, so make sure you set your clocks back an hour and enjoy that extra hour of sleep. But Sunday night into Monday, we do have an upper level disturbance that will bring us a chance of rain and possibly some snow. That's right, snow. As you can see, our low Sunday night is 33 and then 25 Monday night. So just depending how cold the atmosphere gets, it will be rain. We could see some of that snow mix in. And then Wednesday, we will heat back up into the 56 for our high, and that's because we do have this upper level ridge that will keep us warm like we've seen for most of October, and it's actually been one of the hottest Octobers on record. But overall, it's going to be a great Halloween weekend, Rams, so have a wonderful Halloween.
Fort Collins Brewery is launching Brewery Yoga, a wellness program that will benefit the local nonprofit Foco Cafe. Starting November 2nd, people can sign up to take part in the hour-long yoga sessions at Gravity 1020 Tavern. The sessions will be held on the first and third Sundays of the month between 9 and 10 in the morning. After the session, participants will enjoy a complimentary Fort Collins Brewery beer or a Bloody Mary. The nonprofit Foco Cafe aims to feed the people of Fort Collins healthy and organic meals regardless of their ability to pay. To sign up for one of these classes, visit fortcollinsbrewery.com/yoga.
The Human Being raised $36,000 during its Coffee for the Cure Day on Friday, October 24th, up 26% from last year's fundraiser. 100% of profits from Coffee for the Cure Day go to help local women who are fighting breast cancer. The two Fort Collins Human Being locations raised $14,000. They presented a check to the Poudre Valley Health System program during last week's football game.
After the break, sports with Grace Reeder.
And Halloween safety tips from the CSU Public Safety Team.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Grace Reeder is in the Trophy Lounge now.
What's new in sports, Grace?
Thanks, guys. This year's CSU men's cross country team is doing exceptionally well, and redshirt freshman Jarrell Mock is helping to lead that team. Last weekend, Mock placed 17th out of 309 athletes in the pre-nationals event. The CSU cross-country team has been on the rise, and first-year runner Jarrell Mock has been helping lead that team.
It's going to be a big program, I think, eventually, and so it's just really exciting for me to have gotten in on a team that maybe 10 years from now wouldn't have had a chance to get on.
The women's and men's cross-country teams are expected to rank well in the Mountain West Conference this year.
It makes it really exciting for training and for racing, and makes it super easy to support each other when you know that everybody's got it in them.
Mock plans to help push the team up in ranks for the next 4 years, but he's focusing on his season first.
In terms of conference, I'd like to try and crack, top 5 if I can, and try and be up there, and then moving forward to regionals and nationals, just be in that team.
Despite being a top runner, Mock is still new to collegiate racing.
For me right now, I still get super nervous before races, just not having much experience in the college racing scene.
But the coaches are helping him with his transition to CSU cross country.
The coaches here are phenomenal. I couldn't be more pleased with my decision to come to CSU.
On October 31st, both the men's and the women's cross-country team will travel to Fresno, California to try and capture their very first Mountain West Championship. Back to you guys.
To have a fun but safe Halloween, remember these safety tips from the CSU Public Safety Team. Never leave intoxicated friends alone. Remember to drink in moderation and have a designated driver. For more safety tips, visit source.colostate.edu.
Ever wondered if a zombie apocalypse is possible? Dr. Rick Lyons, the director of the Infectious Disease Research Center, held a lecture in the Morgan Library Thursday night about epidemiology and the zombie apocalypse. CTV sat down with Dr. Lyons before his lecture and discussed the possibility of a zombie apocalypse happening.
I think it's possible, very, very unlikely, but possible. It requires a lot of very rare events to occur. One thing I will say, it's much more important to get your influenza vaccine than worry about any zombie virus.
So, Kaitlyn, what do you think about this whole zombie apocalypse thing?
I don't really know if I believe in it, but I did just finish Walking Dead the 4 seasons on Netflix, and I just caught up to what's going on in season 5, so I'm really excited with that. I love Walking Dead.
Awesome. I think I'll have to watch it.
Well, that's all the time that we have.
Thanks for joining us on CTV News. Check us out on Twitter at CollegianC.
Have a great Halloween weekend, Rams.